welcome to the stream. This week, we had a little emergency project. I wasn't going to really make anything this week. I was going to take the week off, but something came up. There has been a really ambiguous audio clip going around where people hear either Yanny or Laurel. And I thought, what if we made that out of wood? Seems insane, but it isn't. I have already gone ahead, as you may have seen in the thumbnail, and created an ambigram out of those two words by hand in Inkscape, because all of the ambigram generators make really thin, wispy text that would be no good for cutting out of the shaper. I had to do that by hand. That's why it came out like shit. We're gonna cut it out anyway. Now, I didn't have as much time to prepare in advance today. I sort of sprung this on myself, so I'm not all set up. My shaper is currently away in its box. So now you get to watch the whole boring setup process that I usually like to have done and skipped. Taking everything apart, pulling out the tools, all that all that nonsense. I'm going to use the 1/8 inch up spiral cutter today, because that'll fit in a little better to those little corners. It's still going to round them on us, but I'm going to use this brutalized piece of wood that was used to cut out a piece of that cabinet over there, and then used again to cut out that heart. It's actually been painted. I could go get that. I'm not the one who painted it though. I outsourced that. Well, that's a problem. This is the bag that the thumb drive would have been in if the thumb drive was in there. Oh, there it is. It's just loose. Gotta need this to transfer the file. Otherwise, stream's cancelled. We got our, there we go, 1/8 inch bit. Get it out. It's pretty clean. Okay. It's just, here we go. Actually, let's change cameras already. No reason not to. Let's just go. What are you? No, that's weird. That's camera only. Oh no, here we go. This one. There we go. Might as well get a decent view of this if you gotta watch it. Alright. Come on, let's get a good grip there. There we go. Gotta make it nice and tight. Otherwise, I have had this just start to come out because they didn't tighten it quite enough. And it went straight through the spoil board. Hasn't walked itself out. That was not captured on film though. So that happened while I was trying to cut some wood in advance. believe that was the day of the wine display stream. That one. Let's see. The hole should be under here somewhere, where the bit cut right through, because it walked itself loose and shot right through the wood. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Let's get a good look at that, because that was a fun time. Yeah. See, it started getting lower and lower and lower, and then it shoot. Surprised it didn't get chipped when it fell out and hit the ground. That was wild. So, tighten your collet. Always tighten your collet. I don't need this hose or this block of styrofoam, or just drop them in the box and the sustainer for now. For these bags, we need this attachment, this shield. Drop them off. Sorry that this wasn't all done already. Wanted to grab lunch. I usually wait till after to eat. Did it to myself. I was hungry. There we go. Everything's all set up. Alright, let's get this mouse out of here. Yeah, wow. The light from the shaper just totally... The camera's adapting to it and acting funny. Let me turn the... There we go. That's better. Light from the shaper was drowning out the ambient light here from outside. Those are some bright LEDs, let me tell you. So, okay, we're 10 minutes in, so let me get the doodle-doo in there and get the file out. Also, something I should have done in advance, but I didn't. Alright. Where am I? Video. Today's video folder. And here's the SVG. Okay, pop it out. And Control C. Shaper F. Boom. Eject. Alright. And now we go ahead and pop our Nebula Cornflakes monorail into the drive here. You know what I'm talking about, the old Quasar Captain Crunch boat. I'm eventually going to run out of stupid things to call that. And here we go, this is a good place for it. Look at this, we got plenty of dots. We ain't going to cut any dots. It's going to be past that line of dots there. We don't care. Those are no good. That one's scuffed, so we got one domino. Who cares? But look. Let's see if you can see the screen. Can this adjust to the screen? Holding up the damn tripod here. Kind of defeating the purpose of using one. Who cares? There we go. So we're going to place that right there. That looks good. That says Laurel, right? Is that what it says? Or does it say... Woo! Not really doing stupid things here. Yanny. And if you can see in the bottom left, I am doing something really inadvisable. So we're just gonna place that business right there. You already got a nice workspace set up on this piece of wood here. Wait, it's not. What's it doing? It froze up on me. Uh-oh. That's weird. The shaper froze up. Okay, let me reboot it real quick. Give it the old power cycle. It's not the first time that's happened. Happened with the dog. There might be too many vertices, and it choked on it. Which is kind of weird, all things considered. Because there was that other thing. You want to talk about lots of vertices. Look at this. Can you even see what that is? That's got a lot of vertices. I tried cutting that out. I don't have a fine enough engraver though to make it look nice. I was testing it on wood before buying the metal. That was to make something for someone who just got on the other side of a colossal endeavor. We'll leave it at that. But it did not come to fruition. The thing I was going to make. So I do not have a fine enough engraver for it. You'd have to get the 1/8 collet and then find some new bits, because they don't sell bits. Important updates are pending. What? Not now. What are you doing? Okay, it looks like I have to install some Windows updates later. I don't know why it doesn't just do it at night. I didn't just do it last night when I shut down. Jeez. Freaking Windows. Anyway. So, I'm gonna let you see the screen while I change settings here as best as you can. Jesus. Alright. Let's get that in there. Okay. And angle you down. And we got glare. Of course we got glare. Let's position that out of the glare from the... So I prefer to have that light off, but you know, this light's drowning out the sunlight. So we want to switch our cutter to the 1/8 inch. Okay. And we want to do a Z-touch. So if we're going to do a Z-touch, we're going to want to position that fully on the wood. Okay. We're going to want to do 0.35 inch deep. So we're going to cut halfway, then we're going to cut all the way, you know. Oof. And I think we're ready to start cutting out. So we'll just put this back so you get a pretty good view of the action here. And so far this looks pretty good. It's not going to cut out the A though. It's not going to cut the hole out of that 1A. It'll cut everything else. That'll look fine. That'll look fine. The R is fine. E. Oh man, that's a shame. It's almost perfect. It's just this one place. Look at this. That one place, that hole in that A. But that's not going to fit. Wonder if I can scale it up after the fact. Yeah, you man. It's weird. I mean, clearly the bit would fit. What if I lied about the width of the bit and called it a 0.1 inch instead of 125? Then I could get in there a little bit. Okay, so to make a hole for the A, it'll be a round hole, but it'll be a hole nonetheless. I lied about the width of the bit, so it's just going to cut a little round hole in there. You know, it's not perfect. If I made a bigger version, it wouldn't be an issue. But I didn't want to make it too big and use too much wood for something like this, because it's just a bad joke. So I'm not concerned if it has a little imperfection either. If you know, the A comes out looking kind of dumb, it's not the end of the world. This is not a very serious project, so what happens happens. So I'm just gonna knock that out real quick, get it out of the way. Change the bit size back and cut the rest out. Okay. We good now? Okay, OBS decided to take a big ol' shit. It's been doing that more and more lately. Sad. Real sad, OBS. Shameful display. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh, bad? Really? Come on. Whatever. Just gonna go. See what you see. do that. Scrap wood there. So, as you can see, came out pretty good. It says Laurel. And here it says, sort of says Yanny. I think the Laurel version came out better. The Laurel side came out better than the Yanny. But we'll see when it's cut out completely what it looks like. So, there you go. And it looks like the stream health has gotten better now after all that. This one should be quick. Overall. Was 0.69 should be enough. I don't want to go full 0.7. I don't want to carve too much into my spoil board. But yeah. Now what we're going to want to do is cut out the inside parts first. And then cut out the outside, because otherwise if we cut the whole thing out it pops out and then it'll be too late to actually finish the... Although if I didn't go all the way through over here, I could have skipped here and here and here and here, those 4 spots, and then I would have clean that up a bit. Then would have had a whole solid back. That way it's easy to see which side's the back and which side's the front, but since I drilled all the way through here already, yay, I'm just gonna go all the way through everywhere then. So, let's get going. definitely very flexible. It's very springy because it's very thin in places. I wouldn't flex it too much because it will snap. I don't want to snap it. It's pretty robust. Came out with something I whipped up at the last minute just to make as a gag. Didn't come out too bad. Now it needs a little sanding still, a little vacuuming. Goggles. Okay. So yeah. Laurel. Yanny. Yeah, see, there's sort of a Y. And that's like a very crazy A. There's like a bump on the side. A lumpy N and a sharp N, two different N's, then Y. It could have come up better. The Laurel side looks more like Laurel. The problem is the two different ends on Yanny. But I had to do it that way because one of the ends is a U and one of the ends is an A. And there's two A's, but there's only one in each word, so it doesn't matter too much that they're two different A's because we have an A that's an E and an R. And then we have the A that's an N, which again works better than Laurel. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that way. That way straight. Straight on. So, Yanny, Laurel. It's both. Is a physical representation in the real world of that ambiguous audio clip. And it's done. It took minutes, mere minutes to make. Not too bad. So that's it. That's the stream. I could, I'll give this a quick sanding before I call it. Get time. See it clean on stream. Hold on. Let me find that. Oh no, where's my one rolled up piece of paper? There we go. This rolled up, worn out sanding disc from the orbital sander. That I use for very light sanding. I definitely can't round this over. It's way too thin for that. It would look ridiculous. If I made a bigger version, the holes in the letters would probably look better. It would be able to fit in those sharp corners better because they wouldn't be as sharp in a bigger version. And I would be able to round it over then if it was bigger. But I wasn't going to use that much wood on something like this. I don't have that big of a budget for doing dumb things. There's a little file made for things like this. You should look into that. Just file off the fuzz, the soft little splinters from the veneer of the plywood. do. In the meantime, a rolled up stick of sandpaper gets the job done more or less. Having a hard time getting in these little crevices here. See right here. I actually didn't need this lump here. I could have, because that doesn't really do anything functional for the N or for the A. Except I guess it gives this A an excuse to have this part for the E, because they match. You got that. It adds rotational symmetry too to the whole thing. Just get one here and one here like that, you know. And that's nice, aesthetically. It serves an aesthetic purpose, but it's not functional for making either word legible, whereas this one is, well, the E. This one is just nothing. It's just a lump. It's just a style choice. If I use the down spiral, this stuff would just be on the other side, so it doesn't really matter. I'd be doing this either way. So I'm going to stick with my up spiral. We're almost done here with the sanding of the fuzz. I see there's some on the back side, just not as much, so I still have to do the top side even if I did have a down spiral. Just not as much. I just have to do more on the back, so it's the same amount total either way of sanding. Let's focus on the side that matters. Stream, so we can finish out already. Come on. Fingers are cramping up from this. Let me tell you. This is some rough business here. Trying to get in these little spaces. This sanding stick. There we go. Get everything in there. R still needs a lot of help in this. And the E as well. Needs a bit. Let's get to roll it up in there. Alright, so now it's cleaned up. Oh, wait, there we go. Laurel. go. Pretty good view. So, yeah. That's it. Goodbye.